All right, cool. Put another memory card in there. Um, I'm at a standstill right now. I'm at a crossroads, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling because a preemptive abuse has been plagued onto my life for several years. I was somebody who was a leader, outspoken, stood up for people all the time. Um, when I say that, I mean like if a company, corporation, something like that, there was something wrong. I didn't mind speaking up. I was always a speaker in the class. Like if we had a team thing or something like that, I didn't mind putting the presentation or speaking on it. In fact, I learned later on that I absorb a lot of information and I like teaching it too. Like if you're somebody that really wants to learn and I know something, I would share that knowledge with you. I also later on was looked at like as a joke, but sometimes it was actually a cruel way. They call me Google because I knew a lot about it, a little bit of everything, I guess you could say. And what I don't know, because I have so much useless information stuck in my head, because I don't really forget shit when I learn it, I can make do. I can figure things out. I can figure out mechanical systems. I can pretty much work on anything. I can create anything from what I got in front of me. I can use knowledge from a bunch of different things that people wouldn't put together and figure out how to do something. I'm like, oh yeah, well they did say that melts at this temperature. That this changes. So if we do that, then we can. I can figure out how to MacGyver it. I think a lot of targets actually have that same kind of ability. The more I see the world going to shit, the more I'm actually thinking it's gone to shit already. Um, it's hard to explain to people what it's like to be a target. Is like you're a dead man walking. You've already got canceled. You've gotten canceled. And not only have you gotten canceled, but everybody has free reign to do whatever they want with you, fuck with you, to toy with you. In fact, that's encouraged. So if they can piss you off, ruin your day, that's like I guess extra bonus points. They just get a thrill out of now. The rest of your day, you're driving around with the bitch face. And when you're driving around like that, what happens is good people see you, and they just see you're pissed off all the time. They don't understand that you're being targeted and abused. They just see you're an angry person all the time, and that starts to become your reality. And they're doing this intentionally. The more they can piss you off, especially right out the gate. So, like if you're being stalked, as soon as you leave your house, they're gonna let you know they're there right away. Whatever they flash mobbed your ass with and tormented you or whatever with, they're going to hit you. The horn honk, the light flash, the freaking rev of the engine. It's so crazy how these are the same tactics done by so many organizations like this, and nobody acknowledges it even exists. The odd part is that everything that they're doing is based upon the idea that they're right, really, on every level. On every single level, we have a bunch of people who are doing the wrong things, who are actually being horrible human beings. They're not doing anything good for society, no good for mankind, and we're looking the other direction for some reason. I stopped thinking, like, I've wasted 3 years explaining how the bank is screwing me over to my family, and they didn't believe me. And last month, 2 months ago in December, I found a copy of the notarized contract, the smoking gun, right? So I presented it to them like here, I got the proof. This is what it is. And my mom wouldn't even look at it. She refused. I was wrong. I was wrong. The attorney that I had refused. I was wrong. We had a meeting of mine. She's been treating me like crap on the email thing, going back and forth. And she sent me paperwork to recuse herself and her whole firm from my case. And she didn't turn it into the court. I've been going to the courthouse to go pro se and handle things my own. And she's still my representation. This kind of thing is happening all over the place. And it's like my own mother wouldn't look. I had to literally pull my hair out screaming. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the look at the freaking paper? This is right here, black and white. The dates, everything is the same thing. It was a correctional from an error, but the whole contract is exactly the same as the other contract. Only thing is different is they changed the interest rate the way they should have on the one that I agreed to. Later, that they corrected. But they backdated it. It's like, it's clearly, if the bank said in August that we're going to start your new contract back in March, there was an error. They're not going to ever do that just to do that. They're not going to throw you a bone like that. They don't do that. They're banks. They've already got that money out of you. They've already made those payments. And so, sorry, maybe going forward, we can do something new. And that's the way it's always going to be. But they're treating it like, oh, no, that was a different agreement. Then that one had nothing to do with this one. And this one here where the error was, where you're paying 5% instead of 2.85%, is the correct one. So you're stuck paying an extra $253 a month because they never put into record the paperwork that they sent me to correct their error. Because they never corrected their error, I'm fucked. There's no anything in the middle there. And that's what they were. They were stuck there. No, I have the contract here. Well, it doesn't matter. They didn't put it in. Yeah, that's for third-party billers. That doesn't matter. It's contract law. I'm having to tell the attorney this stuff because she won't hear me. And it's like, you got to wonder, like, what's going on? What's going on with these people? Like, is this zombie land already? Like, did they all get zapped? And they're just like, one of us. And we're like, what are you guys doing? We don't understand. One of us. We're like, I don't understand. What are you guys doing here? What's the purpose? Give me a reason here. Like, we want some facts. We want to know what's happening. We want some, what's the evidence? Like, what are you guys doing this for? And the more and more I see, like, all those nights, like even last night, you just get fucked with. And then I'm getting followed. I know there's a tail on me. I know there's a tail. I'm so sorry that I'm paying attention. We made it a bad thing in this society to pay attention, you know? You're paying attention way too much. And it's like, no, you guys have lack of attention disorder. You want to put a label on me that I pay too much attention, I have ADD? I admit there's a lot of stuff that I'm paying attention to at once because that's just the way I was wired. And I have to be. I've learned a lot young in age not to point out the things that I observe sometimes because people aren't paying attention to that. It's like you have to understand to shut up because people they're just not looking at that. That's not important to them. They're not noticing that stuff. They're sitting in the room and they're not paying attention to the 3 conversations that was going on and how weird it is that they're all about the same topic or that they're not listening to the things happening around them. I think they can't. I think they've been branded to shut off. I don't know. Because our society somehow fixes people that pay too much attention with pills that make you lethargic. Like, whoa, dude, you're way too focused on the dangers around you. You need some pills to, like, fix that, okay? I'm like, why the fuck you want to get me on drugs because I'm paying too much attention? It's like, that's a blessing. That's something that's good. That's something that keeps me safe. And the things I'm noticing that keep me safe, I want to share with you guys so that it keeps you guys safe too, because I know you're not paying attention to them. But instead of that getting received now like it was before, the switch flipped. And now anytime I say that potential danger, they talk to me like I'm crazy. Like I'm retarded for noticing that. Like don't look that way. Like, what the fuck does everybody know that I don't know? Like, when did I not get that memo? When did I get left off in the middle of the cycle of narcissistic abuse while they were in my house for COVID? Is that when, like, everyone got the notice that we're all dead already or something? Just to do what they say and you live your existence as a slave? Like, I thought we still were free in this country. I mean, I was under a lot of stress and anxiety and all the rest of it happening because people in my home were lying to me, manipulating me, bullshitting me, purposely creating utter chaos in my life. And probably I found out after a lot of soul searching and blame, self-blame, all the rest of it, it wasn't anything I did. I'm not the bad guy. This isn't happening to me because I'm a bad guy. This is happening to me because I'm a good guy. It's happening to me because I'm real. I'm not going to say I'm no saint. I'm by no means. I have broken some man-made laws in my days. I break man-made laws. I don't break God's law. I'm not going out there hurting anybody, not taking from nobody. Not ruining your fucking day. If anything, if I find out something to help me, I'll share that with you so it'll help you too. That's community. I want everyone to benefit from whatever I discover. Well, these people, they discover it and they put a wall around it and they hold it and then they tell you how much you need it and they only give you a little bit at a time, just enough as long as you pick it. It's like they're always looking to bleed off everybody for everything they get. But when you have something, it's not worth anything. That's junk. They want you to give it to them. That's what they want. They want it for free. They'll talk down yours and talk up theirs all day long. They have gold. And what you got, I mean, it would be gold, but, it's not as good as their gold. It's like, When did we become so envious in this country? When did people lose sight of like what it is that we are in the United States, like what the whole idea and principle of the United States was, what the Constitution 1776 was written for? To escape tyranny, government rule. The right to bear arms was the right for the citizens to fight back with weapons instead of just words. We could use force if they tried to rule us. But people have twisted that sucker up all kinds. That's the thing about machine guns, and it's about this, and it's no, it's not. And then no machine guns. They didn't even know what guns were going to be or what arms we'd have. What they're saying is you have the right to defend yourself with weapons. You have the right to take this to blood. And instead we just conform. The federal government's weaponizing our state-run militia, our National Guard, against our own selves. We have people gang stalking, feeding a narrative that the people that are thinkers and people that would stand up for freedom and free rights and who speak against this kind of tyranny are the bad guys. And that's what's happening. If you're a target out there, you are not a bad person. That was the problem for them. You are like them in the fact that you can read people. You can see through people. And after so much abuse, you can even identify sometimes what kind of narcissist they are, what their motive is. You can probably finish some of their sentences. And the same way as they can finish yours. The thing is, you are not evil. You can read people and see a vulnerability. And you will protect that vulnerability because they don't see it. You will stand up for them before they even knew there was a fight coming. I got goosebumps saying it. You're the one that reads people, and you'll protect your family. You'll protect those around you. You'll protect your community if you see a danger. You're targeted because of that. No other reason. You're targeted because you know who they are. You probably called out one right to their face. You probably threw something in their face or finished their sentence for them a few too many times when they thought they got you. And you're like, yeah, I know. And then you're going to... And they're like, what the fuck? Like, why did that work this time? Why did my script work this time? That's so weird. Like, how did you know that was going to happen? It's like, dude, you're reading a script. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. When I see a rerun so many times, I can predict it word for word. Sometimes, I have movies that I watched from back in the day in high school that I can still recite word for word. And once you see it so many times, you remember. And normal human beings, that's what we do. We remember, and we remember where we went wrong. We remember what we did wrong, and we correct it. If we were wrong and it's what we said, we will have no problem saying, hey, what I said before, I was way off base. Look, I learned this new information, and this is really what it is. Now let me show you what I've now learned, and we can all advance. That's what we were. That's what was great about this country. And not only that, we were bringing in people from all over the world coming to one place. So we had the little thing that makes this place special all over the world coming to one spot. We had all the strength in this country. That's why we were great when we were. Because we were united as all. We had the guys who were really good at one thing and really good at another and really good at that one and really good at that one. And we had them all here. And the best, whatever, Italian food, we had the best, whatever it happened to be. Whatever they brought to their community, they brought something that other people didn't have before, really wouldn't have done or tried. That's how we had advancement in our minds. That's how we learned things. That's how we had the Industrial Revolution. It was, hey, you guys do that? Well, look what we do. Heck, if we do that together, look what we'll be. That's what made this country great. Now I'm sitting here always pissed off, wanting to chew out the world and being mistreated, being followed and harassed everywhere I fucking go, having a tail up your ass everywhere. It's like, what the hell did I do? The first couple of years, it was like, this is annoying. It got annoying, got under my skin. I try to, you can ignore them for so long. You can go through those little stints where you just pretend they're not there. But eventually it's just like, what the fuck, man? You see them, you hear them all over doing, once they got you and they flash mob your ass and they pull their little stunts they pull, their street theater shit, you hear it going on, and all you can think is fucking children. And it's literally like fucking children. And then you go and scream out to people, and they're like, "You're retarded. What you really need to do is stop paying attention to that and just start doing what they say." It's like, no. You guys need to start paying attention to me and realizing what the fuck you're doing. It's like, again, gotta wonder if they like been zombified or something. Did I not get the Kool-Aid? Did I miss that day? Apparently I missed that day. I don't know. I missed those few years. Maybe it's because when I was in quarantine with all the freaking ones in my house, didn't want to kick them out on the street, They needed a place to stay and all the rest of it. And then anything I had, I'd figure out a way to help them with it too. And I got taken advantage of, got fucking thrown on it. You get blamed for all kinds of shit that they do. Everything got dumped on me. It seems like it's like that's a narco trick, and I think that happens with every target. The reason you're fucking hated by all of them is they dump everything on you that they do. They really hate each other. Is what they hate. They just blame you for all the shit that they did to you. They'll do it to your face too. When they do something to you, they have no problem blaming you for what they did to you every fucking time. It's like, this is the way we're wired now. We're wired that when you hurt somebody, it's their fault you hurt them. Oh, they shouldn't have stood up to you. That'll show them. They should not have spoken any truth about you and shared that with anybody. They deserve you to stab them right in the back again. Like, what happened? You're like, oh my God, I'm sorry I did that. I did not mean to fuck you up like that. No, dude, I did not see that coming. If I'd have known better, I would have stopped. I'll make sure that never happens again. That's human beings. That's being just a person. That's not even being a good person. That's just understanding that you hurt another, acknowledging that you don't want to do that, and then committing not to do it again. Now, this morning, am frozen with the court. I've sent notice to the email track. My house is in arbitration. They didn't honor a contract that I had, and my payment should have been reduced a long time ago, and they haven't reduced it. They've been sticking it to me. And my attorney I had wouldn't take for 3 years, I tried to convince everybody that this happened, that they had a problem. There was a correctional agreement. I signed that agreement, and they never corrected it. Oh, no, that's not what you did. You just didn't know what was happening at the time. You must have been wrong. The banks can do that. That's what banks do. They charge you more every month when they try and make your house more affordable. Like, see, they increased the term and they didn't reduce my interest rate. What that ended up doing was increase my payment, and that was supposed to help me out in what way? That was an error. They were supposed to reduce it. No, they weren't supposed to reduce it. But 3 years, people talk to me like I'm stupid. I find a copy of the notarized contract. Not so stupid. Smoking gun. My mom won't read it. The attorney don't want to see it either. It's like if it's toxic or something, it's like, here's the proof to prove my case. You're the one proving my case. And they're like, no, that's not right. I'm not even going to look at that. That's not acceptable. I'm like, it's signed, notarized, contract, executable. You're my attorney. Why are we not sending this to the court? We just don't have the same we're not seeing it the same way. We have an impasse here. It's an impasse. Client privilege or attorney, client, whatever the heck. We just don't see eye to eye. She's going to, like, what the fuck? So she recuses, sends me a letter. She's going to recuse herself. Sends me a letter recusing the entire firm, as if though it were a court document, but it never got turned into the court. I'm sitting there waiting for it. Meanwhile, she's saying, no, I haven't heard back from him. We tried to reach out and haven't got no information. It's like, yeah, I haven't sent you the documents for the modification yet because we're not even there yet. They still need to fix the whole fraudulent balance that's on my account. They still need to go back and change all that other crap that's on my account. Plus, then there was a point where I got a grant that paid for a section of the mortgage that they way overbilled for the grant, and that money disappeared. No explanation for it. No, nothing like that. It's like, there should have been a lot more money. They issued me a refund check for $223 when they overbilled $4,700 in escrow alone. Not to mention the interest rate, instead of 2.85, which it should have been, they also billed it at 5%, an extra like $250 a month. They were billing like a shit ton. Instead of $872, they were billing the grant for $1,456, I think it was, with late fee. It's like that. They just get away with that. My mom don't want to see the actual proof that they were trying to scam me, and they scammed the friggin' government. And they were trying to screw everybody and just make this disappear. Nobody cares. It's like, but when I say something that's really extreme, it's something that's fucked up, something that's right there, I can prove it, tangible evidence right here. They want to fix me with pills. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? And like, if anything, the drugs I did helped me bring clarity to all my thoughts and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm focused on something. It does the opposite to me as it does everybody else, I guess. So sorry, I don't like antipsychotics with my medication. That makes me a felon. People are dumb. People are absolutely oblivious to what we're doing to each other. For what reason? Wars are always fought because one man's profit or one man's gain, or really that's it. That's it. Like, people don't even look at history anymore. Like, even World War II, there was like one family that the two sides of it, they benefited everything because they were selling the weapons to both sides. They were making money here, making money there. No matter what it was, as long as the war went on, they were making money. The World Bank, all that stuff that we've gone on, the debt this country has. Again, I'll say, there's a lot of good things that Trump's doing. He has the right ideas. But man, the way we're going about him now, I voted for the guy, and it's like, I don't know. It's like there's the right moves, but look at it. Look at the nurse that just got shot. Like, how in the hell are we justifying that in any way? An American defending a lady getting pushed to the ground to be gunned down by some yuppie little wanna be a cop, went to 47 days of training. It's like 47 days, dude. I mean, you're doing something good there, and then you just fuck it all up. It's like there's something potentially that would really help us there, and then you just go scramble it all up with just arrogance. Maybe 470 days. Well, why are we training them less than police officers and giving them more authority? Why are we training them less than our military? And then we're having them in positions where they're just pulling out their guns because they got a little nervous. Because someone said gun and ran off with it. That's why you're going to reflex like that? Like, you're not paying attention to your surroundings enough? And we're trusting these people with arms to get the bad guys out, and only Americans are dying. Everyone that was here, even illegally, they're not dying. Like, how in the hell is that progress forward for us? Like, let's go full steam ahead, full steam ahead. Let's keep on rolling with this one. Yeah. No. Stop. Stop what you're doing. Concept was great, but the way you're executing this thing is just like dog shit. It's almost as if though they don't care. Almost as if though everyone's already been dismissed like that. It's just lower society. We got people that are upper society now figuring out how to clone themselves, having little mini-me's. Austin Powers all over the fucking place. A lot of evil little people. It's fucking, what the hell are we doing? We're letting technology get a hold of us. There's a lot of people that are using AI for diabolical shit. They're using AI bots for some evil shit. For example, that nurse put out that video that he was an insurrectionist and he was doing. I saw that tail light pop off that thing, and it's like, oh my God, that's so fucking fake. Yeah, every car, whenever it gets a little bump from a foot, even if he had a steel toe and rammed it, he might crack the glass, maybe get in a little bit, but no way it's going to have the whole lens pop off. Like, there's absolutely no, that is impossible. That is clearly AI generated. I contacted the news over here and told them, what the hell are you doing reporting this shit? Literally, you guys look like adolescent children doing this shit. You're disrespecting a man who was protecting a woman in this country who had a concealed carry permit for that reason. So if something were to pop off like that, he could protect a woman getting thrown to the ground. He should have been able to have the right to pull that arm and fucking shoot them. That's what we have the right to bear arms for, to fight back against government tyranny and oppression like that. When they're putting down your women and they're slamming down your women, as a man, he should have pulled that arm. But he was still being peaceful. And they labeled him a terrorist. Just like they're labeling all of us. A problem to the system, a demise to this country, a druggie, a waste, someone that went mental. It's like, we didn't go mental. We're being driven crazy, bro. There's a big difference there. Going mental is like, we lost our minds. It's like, no, we didn't lose our minds. We have our minds. That's what they hate. That's the one thing we still got a grasp of is our minds, and they don't like that at all. They want you to lose your mind. They want you to feel insane, because then you start leading to killing yourself and eradicating the world of all the good in the world. Anybody who had moral values or moral concepts is genuinely wanting to have a family, a future, who's thinking about next generations, we're being eradicated. Everybody's talking, the new reset or what this is. That's what it is right there. Mankind is being reset to be slaves. We are being trained to be slaves, and some of us, I believe, are being brainwashed. And it's pretty scary how much of the targets and what the media reports are coinciding with one another, to the point where it gets really scary as a target when you're saying something or you're bringing up a point that you recognize it was wrong, something that's oppressing people or something that was just stupid, like what I'm talking about on the news, something dumb that they did. It's like sometimes within a couple hours, rebutted, or there's a defense to it, or there's something that's saying why I'm crazy for speaking that. Just obviously, there really is a problem with that drug because we've had 6 reports on the news today. When I brought up that there hasn't been any news reports about it for 2 months, then all of a sudden that day they start putting it on the news so that people, oh no, I saw that. I saw the other day they were reporting on that. It's like, yeah, but you didn't observe it before I said it. That wasn't going on. I'm the only one that gets it right like that all the time. It's like, wait a minute, or are they reacting to me? Are they listening to me? Are they watching me? Are they so set up that they already know I will see it, that they already preemptively prepare for that episode to come out or something like that? Maybe, like, but then that goes into who's in charge of this shit. Network executives would have to be involved. There'd have to be like craziness, even actors. How could they come out with something like, I'll be talking about a subject that I'm not even kidding, and then that night it's on Law and Order? How the fuck would Mariska Hargitay know that shit? Like, what the hell? How am I so simpatico with something that's going to come on? How? And then it's like, okay, that was just a good time. That got lucky. I just happened to be out ranting about it. Current events, stuff like that. People are also observing the same things I am. So I can definitely see how maybe I could have came to that logical conclusion from, using bits and pieces of information I gathered from around and just kind of making an educated guess. But then it happens again. It's like, and again. And then the stupid shit starts happening. Like you go out and then the motherfuckers next to you are having a conversation about it. Or they're saying a key word about it that's something you would have normally said, or something that just like, how would they get there at the same time as I did and be even talking about it and directing it towards me purposely so I can hear it. They're not like, oh yeah, so I was just talking, and I'm having to stretch my ears to hear it. Now it probably will happen that way, but it's like anytime you call out how naive they are, or how juvenile they are, or how just rookie, basically. Well, they're messing with us. We're pros. If you're a target, a real genuine target, you are a pro at spotting these fuckers out. It's like, if to get one over, it would be amazing. That's why we have no one in our lives anymore, because people around us are dropping like flies, and I don't get it. That's what's got me afraid. I'm genuinely afraid. I'm not afraid of little punk asses rolling around trying to throw their balls out there, because none of them got nothing to say. You got something to say, pull over and say it. They got nothing to say. And they'll be basing it on nonsense and bullshit, because whatever they were told about you that made you out to be a bad guy was all stage theater. All that was them pissing you off and poking and say, look at that dog bites. Look at that dog bites. Yeah, they don't see the fucking poke before it. We do. You're going to tell me that dog bites, and I'm going to say, yeah, it sucks. You should stop poking that dog. What we need to eradicate, dog. Well, in that case, we need to get rid of all lions, tigers, and bears, too. Let's just eradicate everything. So every population of every animal on this fucking planet, just because you got the upright abilities and the brains, doesn't mean you're any different. It's animal kingdom. You're going to take out everything that's a threat to you. Take out everything that's a threat to you, and you're going to destroy so much beauty, so much nature, so much life. That's what they're doing. They're destroying thinkers. They're destroying believers. They're destroying innovators, unless you are an innovator in nanotechnology, in which case then you're embraced. Then they love you. Then they definitely will tell you how much greater you are than everybody else and how excellent it is for you to come work with them and play some games with people's heads. Don't worry about it. They're a lesser society. You're lucky to be one of these guys, not those guys. You want to be these guys, not those guys. And so many people seem to be jumping right on board, not realizing they're giving up their soul, their freedom, their lives to the New World Order. One king, one boss, one demon. Everybody else is just going to be fighting each other for what they can get out of it. That's it. That's what's going to happen. About the unjust and have to get out of here. No. I'm so tired of fighting. I mean, every time I get up there and I got everything set up and I know I'm right. I got no support. And society sees a man that has no support as the problem, as the loser. You're not intentionally the loser. In fact, you're right. And the problem they have is if that gets exposed and people find out you're right, then everyone's going to be right and they're going to be out of a job. They're going to be out of a scheme. They're not going to be able to use man-made laws against you or statutes against you to bleed you dry. That's what they're trying to avoid, ultimately. It's nothing really about what's going on in your life, even though it feels very personal. Even though they're attacking you very personal. They're hitting everything that you are. They're hitting your values. They're hitting everything, trying to push you over the limit. And if you're a target, it's not only hard because you're having to deal with nonsense and bullshit, but it's hard because in cases like mine and around a lot of the people that are targets, it all revolves around schemes that are done by the most horrible people, the drug trafficking, the human trafficking, the Epsteins of the world. Well, people are going to start seeing it now, and they're going to start understanding more about the group of individuals that I've been screaming about being the perpetrating gang stalkers. It's like, oh, they say that word, you say that word, and it's like, oh, you're crazy. You said gang stalking now. Nobody ever gets gang stalked. It's like, what? How the fuck not? We know narcissistic abuse. We have psychiatrists, doctors, which of course we make gods because they go to a few more years of college than us. So they know everything about us and what's good for us and what's bad for us. I don't, as a 43-year-old man who's experienced a lot of shit in my days, know what I should be putting in my body to make me feel better today. I should trust him. And what he's telling me is I need to take drugs that make me lethargic on the couch for all my pain and shit I go through. And a vegetable, a zombie. I see the fucking fentanyl crisis that's going on right in front of our doors. And that if I go seek a drug that helps me focus, helps me overcome that pain, increases my blood flow to the parts like those muscles that don't normally go